the music in me. I got the music in me. Oh, 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 yeah. I got the music in me. I got the music. I got the music in me. Feel funky, feel good. Gonna tell ya I'm in the neighborhood. Gonna fly like a bird on the wing. Hang on to your hats. Gonna sing, sing, sing. Keep it up. Cool down when something gets in my way. I go around it. Don't let life get me down. Gonna take it the way that I found it. I got the music in me. I got the music in me. I got the music in me. Oh, 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 yeah. I got the music in me. I got the music in me. I got the music in me. Oh, 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 yeah. I got the music. I got the music in me. Yeah, 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 yeah. I got the music in me. I got the music in me. I got the music. Pretty, pretty music. I got the music in me. Thank you all. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And welcome, everybody. I'm sorry I didn't do the streams right away. So for those of you who are watching on YouTube and on Facebook, I'm sorry you got into the middle of the song, but I did get there in the end.
I had a good time.
Yeah. So hello, everybody. Welcome. This is our last open mic of the season. So I want to let you know that we'll be back in the autumn. I don't have dates yet, but live performances will be starting at the Crazy Cocks, and open mic is too risky to do live, so we will continue to do it virtually until a time when we can do it in the venue again. And I think that's it. So let's find Mr. Michael Ralston here and chat with him. Are you there, Michael?
I am. Hello, hello.
And I'm going to find Robert, too. There we go. And Robert's unmuted.
Hey, Robert.
Yeah. Hi, guys. So, hello, both of you. I miss you both. I haven't seen you in person in months and months and months.
Yeah, yeah.
But we are managing to do these videos virtually and in different places, which is kind of fun. So, what's happening with you two? What's going on in your world?
You sound fantastic on that tune.
Oh, thank you so much. You're my biggest fan. I love it. Thank you. Outside my parents. Thank you. It's really great. Thank you. So what's going on in your world?
Well,
Robert, or to both of you. Yeah.
Well,
Robert.
I'm doing a bit of practicing today. I went for a 6-hour walk. So round the countryside.
Oh, well, that's good. Getting some exercise. Did you take your bass with you in case you felt inspiration?
Yeah, I thought about it. It's just dragging it through those trees. I didn't want some dog to mistake it for a tree.
Yeah, well, it is wood. There's that problem. Yeah. What about you, Michael? Any 6-hour walks for you, or are you just still bicycling?
No, I've been running quite a lot. No, I've been doing the usual thing, just kind of veering between hysteria and great productivity. And but then I also realized that this last period has been the first time I've had kind of a work-life balance in about 15 years. So there's something in that, you know.
Okay. Well, you've got some live shows coming up soon, don't you?
Yeah, I've got a few things lined up. I've got some stuff with Sarah Louise Young coming up in 3 weeks in August, and then one in September and one in November. And we've been working hard on our musical, getting some new demos of that together. So we're going to do like a Zoom reading of the musical, hopefully in early autumn.
Wonderful.
Nice.
Great. Okay, well, let's move on to our first singer for the evening. Let's welcome to the stage Juliet Wood.
using the phone booth, making a few calls, doodling weird things, using the booth walls. Got me a big date, waiting for my cat, putting his vine on so he can look dap. I enjoy procrastinating cause I'm busy while I'm waiting, doodling away. Sitting and dining, dinner beginning, started designing, using the linen. Talking to my man and doodling my bit. Waiter got salty, told me to please quit. Told the waiter, don't be dizzy, can't you see I'm very busy, doodling away. Do you doodle all day? Said the waiter in his way. Do you doodle all night? Told the waiter he was right. In your doodling way, that's the way I'm gonna stay. Are you thinking things right? Doodling sheds a lot of light. I don't know what to do, and nothing you can do with all doodling you. Doodling's all I wanna do, that's for true. Why does every single thing I see seem exactly like a doodle to me? If I ever have a doubt what life is all about, I'll get my pencil out and then commence to doodling, and I find it so relaxing, especially when I find that life is really taxing. Those weird designs, they only show what's going on in weirder minds. Cause when you doodle, then your noodles flying blind. Every little thing that you write just conceivably might be a thought that you capture while copying a wink. Doodling takes beyond what you see, and then you draw what you think. I'd be so lost without my doodling. Doodling really helps me ease my mind. I'd be tempest-tossed without my doodling. When I'm doodling, there's one thing I find. I really, truly want to figure out what my doodling's all about. The waiter had me arrested and took me to Bellevue, where I was tested. Had me a doctor probing my noodle. Before she was half done, I taught her to doodle. Showed the hidden thoughts that linger. Find an outlet through your finger, doodling away. Doctor was real nice, told me to be cool, and looked at the waiter and called him a real fool. Spoke to my baby and told him to feel free, but taught him to doodle so he could bug me. When I put my arms around him, much to my surprise, I found him doodling away. We just doodle all day.
That was great.
Oh,
So good.
super. Amazing.
All right, let me find you here, Juliet. There you go. Are you there, sweetheart?
I am here.
Yeah. Wonderful. Hi. Hey, Greg. Good to see you. That was just amazing.
Oh,
I want to know how you guys do this, because Neo did that, where he, you're singing with yourself. We'll have a talk another time, but that was just so creative, and I know you are a little bit nuts. So
yes.
So that was just sort of an autobiographical type song.
Well, it was. I mean, it's a song I've known for a while, and it turned out I mean, we recorded it a couple of weeks ago, but it actually turned out to be a little tribute because Annie Ross died a few days ago, and that was one of the songs that she used to sing with Lambert, Hendricks, and Ross. And she's been such an inspiration to me. I just love their stuff.
Oh,
so
well, that worked out really well. Not for her.
Yeah, I didn't want to jinx her by.
She was just amazing. She had a regular gig at the Metropolitan Room for years, and I went a couple of times. She was just such an amazing singer. So what's going on with you? What's happening with your lovely, lovely CD, Sconsolato?
Yep, it's still up there. It's still for sale. We've still got plenty left.
How many did you have printed? I've got boxes and boxes and boxes of stuff.
Well, as places just seem to be beginning to open up, I'm going to try and find somewhere to do a launch gig in due course. But we'll
maybe virtual.
We'll see what happens.
Well,
I should give a shout out
to do a
to
virtual launch. Yeah.
Yeah.
Your husband. I mean, he does all this stuff. He's a qualified sound engineer and everything.
He is not, and he's learning on the videos. He hasn't. That was the first time we've sort of tried to meld something together. So you can see a few of the joins.
Wonderful. So, anything else exciting happening for you guys?
Oh, we're pottering on pretty much as normal. I should give a shout out to Pete Billington, who is a very useful chap to know, who played both piano and bass on that track.
At the same time?
Well, he didn't tell me whether he managed it at the same time, but...
Sounds like it.
Yeah, it sounds like it. That's the benefit of a good sound mixer. Well, really lovely to see you. Thank you for such a beautiful and exciting opening to the show. Thank you so much.
I'm delighted to be here. Thank you.
Well, it's really, really lovely to see you. Lots of love to you both.
Thank you.
Okay, it's time now to bring on our second singer of the evening, Mr. Gary Williams from Tenerife.
Hello, Harold. Hello, everybody. Very glad to be with you. Thank you for having me. This is such a favourite of mine. This is from London Low, My Fair Lady. Lots of very happy memories for me with this tune. You can sing along if you know it. I have often walked down this street before, but the pavements always stayed beneath my feet before. All at once am I several stories high, knowing I'm on the street where you live. Are there lilac trees in the heart of town? Can you hear a lark in any other part of town? Does enchantment pour out of every door? No, it's just on the street where you live. And oh, the towering feeling just to know somehow you are near. The overpowering feeling that any second you may suddenly appear. People stop and stare, they don't bother me, for there's nowhere else on earth that I would rather be. Let the time go by, I won't care if I can be here on the street where you live. Can be here on the street where you live. Can be here on the the street where you live.
Wonderful, Gary. That was fabulous, fabulous,
I love
fabulous.
I love the dog barking in appreciation or annoyance. I'm not sure what the dog was doing, but I loved it anyway.
It's always an appreciation. Always an appreciation. Are you there? I'm trying to.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah.
When next
Hi.
time we're at the Crazy Cocks, I want a few dogs in the audience. It felt good having dog love.
Yeah, you usually have a few bitches in the audience. I
Very good.
Yeah.
I have to say, to follow Juliet, like that opening was just fantastic. It was just everything that this show is about. Is it just so inventive and so clever and funny? What a way to open your show. Congratulations, brilliant.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. So you're not wearing merchandise.
No, I'm not. It's just very frustrating. You won't. Well, we should explain. So, to stop myself, give myself something. I'm someone who likes to be busy, and since I haven't got any gigs, nobody's got any gigs. To stop myself going mad, I've started like a range, a business selling a range of sort of t-shirts and sweatshirts and merchandise for singers, particularly for people in choirs or for cabaret singers, jazz musicians, and sopranos, altos, baritones, all of that. Some really funny stuff. And I wanted to be, I should be wearing it now, but it's all in London. All the stock is in London, and it's very difficult. It takes ages to get stuff delivered out here to Tenerife, particularly now with COVID. I'm in Tenerife, so all the stuff. So you'll just have to take my word for it that it is all there. But it's going. I'm so happy with the way that it's going. It really seems to have. I don't know if it's just because people are stuck at home and got too much time on their computers, but it really seems to have just hit at the right point. And even though nobody's got any gigs, it's like I've got this top that says "I miss my choir," which is going very well at the moment. So that resonates. So if anybody's interested, can I give the website? Can I tell you?
Absolutely.
Where it
yeah.
is? So it's voxtops.com, VOXTOPS, voxtops.com. And actually, the reason I just popped off a few minutes ago is because I've just set up a discount code for all the friends of your open mic. It's called Open Mic 10 is the promo code to get 10% discount off everything.
Put it in the chat for everybody.
I will. Yeah. So that has been keeping me I thought it was going to be quick and easy to set up, but actually it's taken me so much time. But I've got time. We've all got time, haven't we? So.
Yeah. So is Vox Bottoms coming after Vox Tops?
I'm going to leave the Vox Bottoms to you. I'll do the top. You are so filthy. It's disgusting. It's disgusting.
So how's life? It looks nice and sunny there.
Do you mean I'm sunburnt?
Well,
is that a nice way of
looks
saying?
like you've had some sun. It's hot here.
I have been getting some sun. I have to tell you, I've been talking to a lot of friends and being completely honest. Everybody that I know in this business, we're all sort of we're sort of ticking along, sort of making the best of it. Most of them say yes, it's fine. And then everybody I know sort of has a wobble, like probably once every 10 days or 2 weeks, and sort of has a mini meltdown going, oh my God, what is happening? And it sort of catches up with people at different points. And it does me, and I sort of pull myself together and, get on with it and just keep on going. And then, every now and again, it's just sort of so frustrating. I have got a gig in Switzerland in about 3 weeks' time, which is great, and I was all excited about that. But I was hoping to go back to London and back to the UK to visit family. I haven't seen my mum all year, and then of course they just brought in this quarantine thing, which makes it impossible because I can't even. I have tenants in my flat, so I can't even stay in my own home in London because I'd have to quarantine. So I can't pay for a hotel, for 2 weeks on my own, just sitting there to do nothing, just to blah blah. Anyway, it's all boring, but it's just you. It's the same for all of us, isn't it? You sort of think, oh, okay, I think things are getting better. There's a bit of good news, and then you just think, oh God, it's getting worse. And I've got all my Christmas shows in the Crazy Cocks. They're in the diary, hoping to do them, but it's just everything's so uncertain, isn't it? And it's quite hard, I think, sort of just dealing with that all the time.
I had a meltdown today about exactly that word, uncertainty. I mean, if you just had a clue as to what would happen, then, you know, you deal with it and you make plans around it. But the idea that in 5 minutes notice, everything can change.
Right,
and,
right,
you know,
right.
and with you, most of your business was on cruise ships. So
exactly,
you know.
yeah. So God knows, God knows when that's going to happen again. But as we all, I mean, you know, it is challenging for everybody. But of course, we must focus on the good things, and there are good things. I mean, I'm getting involved in lots of things I didn't get involved in before. It's great to have so much time at home, and you know, I'm really enjoying, in many respects, the opportunities that this has generated, and the business that I've, you know, Vox Tops that I've done is really exciting. It's doing really well, and that's something I never would have had the time to even think about, you know. And this, I'm singing every day, you know, in my kitchen cabaret, connecting with my followers that way, which is really fun. I'm singing loads of songs I've never sung before because people give me these requests. So there's lots to be grateful for. I'm recording an album. I did a crowdfunding Kickstarter campaign.
Yeah, I was going to ask how that's going, the new album.
It's going really well. We're doing 12 or 13 songs. We've done 8 of them already. And it's, I mean, again, it's, who knew, but I'm recording it in a cupboard just behind this wall because, of course, I can't go to the studio. So there's this cupboard filled with sun lounger mats and towels and all this stuff. But amazingly, it sounds so good. I mean, I send it to my producer, Chris Traves, and he works his magic, and it sounds so good. I don't think I'll ever go back into the recording studio again. I'd rather just, you know, have my breakfast, go for a little walk, go into the cupboard and shut the door and sing for an hour, and then, you know, I don't have to drive anywhere.
Back in the closet.
Back in the closet. That's what I think we're going to call the album. Back in the Closet with Gary Williams. I came out the closet just to do this, actually. So.
I'm so glad you joined us. Really, you're so much fun. I always have a good time with you. Thank you for joining us.
Likewise,
again.
I was just thinking this and talking to you and just seeing this whole thing that you do. It's so feel good, and it's if we need anything right now, it's this. This should be on the BBC prime time every night, and the world would be a happier place.
Well, let's see about that. But thank you very much, Gary Williams. Everybody, thank you so much.
Lots of love, Harold.
And Michael, before you play the video, thank you, Michael. Before you play the next video, I just want to talk to the audience and give them a bit of a lead into the song. For Americans who are here, you don't know who Dominic Cummings is, but Dominic Cummings was one of the architects of Brexit over here, and he is, well, to me, an odious character. He was one of the people who broke lockdown. He is one of Boris Johnson's main political allies and somebody that Boris couldn't get rid of. So despite the fact that he broke lockdown, he was not fired. He is really just someone you don't like very much, or I don't. So anyway, that's a lead into this song by the lovely Dilly Keane.
COVID is with us forever, maybe. Go out or stay in. No one seems to agree how contagion can be controlled. Yet the government's message at best is too vague, scarcely testing, nor tracing, nor tracking this plague, which seems mainly to target the old. When you think of this scandal, the pulse fairly quickens. As ministers blunder, the populace sickens. But behind this parade of dumb headless chickens, there's a man with a plan. You see, the plot thickens. Say tatty bye to your granny. Cummings wants her to die. She's old and quite useless with skin like papyrus, so send her aloft with the aid of a virus. There's a shortage of care homes, she won't get a place, so if you feel poorly, just cough in her face. She is better off dead than alive, yes she is, for fuck's sake, she's 65. Bid fond farewell to your grandpa. Cummings says he's got to go. He's fast turning into a drain on the state. The cost of his pension and meds is too great. Most pensioners must be dispatched with impunity, so the country can build up a strong herd immunity. A clear out of boomers is due. Better still, he might leave his money to you. So come, fellow codgers, accept it. Cummings thinks we're for the chop. The prospect of endless confinement is bleak. It could be a plus if we're gone by next week. We've lived lives of ease, contentment and bonhomie, but we're rather too numerous, so we drain the economy. It's time we were all got rid of. That's because we have nothing to offer but love. You can't sell it. Nothing to offer but love, which is worthless. Nothing to offer but love. Thank you.
Wow.
Well, I don't see Dilly here. Dilly, are you here? Sweet Dilly? No, I guess she's not. So sadly, we can't chat with her. But what I can tell you is she's got 4 dates booked at the Crazy Cox in December. Michael can tell you about that because he's playing for her. I hope you're playing for her, aren't you, Michael? Okay, I'm on my own here. All right. Well, I guess we're just going to move right on to the next singer, who is Oliver Harris.
Oh my God.
Well, I guess we're not. Michael, are you there? We are. Yeah.
Wise men say only fools rush in, but I can't help falling in love with you. Shall I stay? Would it be a sin if I can't help falling in love with you? Like a river flows surely to the sea, darling, so it goes. Some things are meant to be. Take my hand, take my whole life too, for I can't help falling in love with you. Like a river flows surely to the sea, darling, so it goes. Some things are meant to be. Take my hand, take my whole life too, for I can't help falling in love with you, for I can't help falling in love with you.
Wow.
Oliver, that was amazing.
Oh.
Let me find you here. Okay, you there? I can't unmute. There you go. Hi, Oliver.
Hi, Harold.
Hey, so many people want to know what's in those tanks behind you. Now I see a fish tank. Is that a reptile in the corner?
Well, everything basically. There's piranhas, red belly piranhas there behind. Here's a marine tank with corals and marine fish and whatnot. And I'm just sort of turning my laptop. I've got pythons and boas and milk snakes and dragons and all sorts.
Oh my gosh! Who knew?
There's actually a video on my Facebook of the full tour of the house with all the reptiles and fish and.
So let's talk about you. I haven't seen you in so long. It's really, really good to see you.
I know, it's fantastic to see you too. It seems ages. I mean, I really, really miss being in London. I just kind of started moving around the world doing various things. So it's more, more sensible for me to live at home. So I'm back at home in Yorkshire, in Barnsley. So I just decided to fill my house with all the animals I love and things like that.
Yeah. Well, so what else is happening work-wise? Anything?
Well, work-wise, absolutely nothing, which has come as obviously a shock to everyone in our industry. But I think, I'm taking it quite well because I'm such a lazy git at best of time. So I'm quite happy to be doing nothing. But it's the uncertainty, isn't it? It's the what happens next. When can we get back to doing what we do? And hope it changes soon, but safety is first and foremost in my opinion.
So you do a lot of Elvis and Roy Orbison, and who else do you do? Because when you come to open mic, you've just been Oliver,
I mean, I suppose I started off with musical theatre sort of things, and then I found the sort of niche with Elvis a little bit, and went up to the Edinburgh Festival. And I've done quite a few years there now and got a fairly successful show going, and then that led to opportunities abroad and things like that. So yeah, I suppose the Elvis is a real, I'm such a big Elvis fan. I've always loved Elvis, but I never realised I could make a career or a living out of it, and it seems you can.
Well, that's great.
To do the whole hair thing and the whole cutting your beard thing and everything.
Yeah, I was wondering if you were going to dress as Elvis, but you've almost got the hair now. Yeah.
Well, possibly.
Last time I saw you, it was close crop like mine is. I mean, it's quite short. Yeah, but I don't know if that's a choice or that's a COVID due.
Well, it's a bit of both, to be honest, Harold. I like having my hair long, but as you can see, I'm actually blonde and my roots have started to come out significantly. After not having it done for so long, it's just lazy.
No, you're not lazy. You're far from lazy. I watch you. I stalk you on Facebook. I know when you work. I know you're busy. You're not a lazy kid. You can say that, but it's not true. But it's really good to see you. And I'm sorry you're not in London and we don't see you more often, but you've always been a highlight of the open mic. And I'm really, really glad that you...
I hope that when all this goes back to normal, we can all get together and we can celebrate together. It'd be fantastic to see.
Yeah, we all long for that day, don't we? Well, let's just keep our fingers crossed that we'll get there sooner rather than later.
And absolutely amazing performances so far. I can't wait to see the rest of them. They're absolutely outstanding. I was so jealous of the first one with all the whiteboard and everything. I thought, why didn't I do something more interesting?
I know. I'm doing the same thing. I've got a gig in October, and I'm trying to figure out how I can do something a little more creative than just the four people together. It's got to be more fun. I want to harmonize with myself. I want to see myself against myself. I want to do something fun,
Exactly.
Anyway, thank you so much for joining us. Really, really good to see you, and I look forward to seeing you in person. Oliver Harris. All right, it's time to go all the way to New York for Gabrielle Stravelli.
I'm gonna love you like nobody's loved you. Come rain or come shine. High as a mountain and deep as a river. Come rain one of those things, but don't you ever bet me, because I'm gonna be true if you let me. You're gonna love me like nobody's loved me, come rain or come shine. Happy together, unhappy together, and won't that be fine? Days may be cloudy or sunny, we're in or we're out of the money, but I'm with you always, I'm with you rain or shine. I'm gonna love you like nobody's loved you, come rain or come shine. High as a mountain and deep as a river, rain or shine. I guess when you met me, oh, it was just one of those things. But don't you ever let me, because I'm gonna be true if you let me. You're gonna love me like nobody's loved me, come rain or come shine. Happy together, unhappy together, and won't that be fine? Days may be cloudy or sunny, we're in or out of the money, but I'm with you always, I'm with you rain or shine. You're gonna love me like nobody's loved me, come rain or come shine. Happy together, unhappy together, and won't that be fine? Days may be cloudy or sunny, we're gonna be in or out of the money, but I'm with you always, I'm with you rain, I'm with you always, I'm with you rain, I'm with you always, I'm with you rain or shine.
Yay! Wow.
Fabulous, Gabrielle. Fabulous.
Thank you.
Fabulous. I'm going to mute everybody and unmute you, so I'll be right back. There we go. Are you there? Oh, there
I'm
we
here.
Go. Hey, I haven't seen you in person in God knows. It's been ages since we met.
A really long time.
Yeah, because you were working down in Soho. You had a Sunday brunch gig.
Oh my God, that was so long ago.
I know, but that's, yeah. And I wasn't living in New York, so I never made it down there to see you. But I'm a huge fan.
Thank you.
You really really moved me when we met at that benefit, whatever it was for Cabaret Hotline, I think is what it was for Stu.
That sounds right. Yep.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for having me.
You have like such a big career, huge career. I know. I know. I'm so happy, and you just sing so beautifully. And your husband's a bass player. I didn't know that.
Yes, I want to give him credit. For people who don't know, that was my husband, Pat O'Leary, playing the bass in that video.
That was just amazing.
Thank you.
Listen, I watched a bit. I didn't watch the whole thing, but I watched a bit of the early show last night with Aisha Haas. And what's the brother's name?
Darius.
Darius. I didn't know him, but I know her.
Okay.
Her voice, she's just, well, they're both just.
Yeah.
Anyway. So you have this chat show, which is just amazing. So
Thank you.
Tell us a bit about it.
So for a little over a month now, I've been doing this talk show every Wednesday. It airs at 6 p.m. New York time, but you know, it lives online forever, so people can watch it at their leisure. But I invite people mainly from the world of jazz, but I have a lot of guests like Aisha and Darius who talked to me last night. We've had Bailey Stritch on, we've had Jenna Siegel from the Manhattan Transfer, people who are jazz artists, but who love
all kinds of music, and who sing and play American popular music and standards. And I really focus on just sort of the finer, I really try to pick their brains about how they got so good in a way. You know, who did you listen to? Who are your influences? How did you learn phrasing? How did you learn time and groove and swing feel? And it's a little bit nerdy, but also I think that we strike a balance so that even if you really don't have any musical, you know, you don't have to be a musician to listen to the conversation. It's like, I think, relatable, and if you're a music lover, I think, you know,
I just loved it last night. Like I said,
I'm really enjoying it.
Well, yeah, it's good to find something like that. But you have a gig. You told me you've got a live gig coming up at Birdland with no audience.
Yes, and it's actually, I don't know if I told you the date. That the date I have is
August
actually just the date we're filming, but it won't be broadcast on that date. It'll be broadcast down the line, and I don't even have that date yet. But yeah, they're launching a series where we'll be in the club and do a set. You know, I'll be singing with live musicians, but there won't be any audience there. And I've already done that once. I did it at a performing arts center in New Jersey earlier this month. And it's different. It's still not the same as being in a room with a live audience, but it's great that venues are adapting. You know what it's like? I think it's cool that we are all, this community is like fun, just like we're doing here today. We're finding ways to keep our community, like maintain that connection and keep making music and connecting with audiences and people who love and need music in their lives. As I think, you know, I'm like that. I think you are too. Everybody here today craves that. We need that in our lives. So
I find there's been one really big, good silver lining from this whole thing. And that is something like this can have you on it. You would never come to my open mic in London, unless, of course, you were going to be in London. But you would have to be there on the one day a month that it happened. You know, so that is a wonderful opportunity, and I am so happy that I have the chance to bring in people from all over the world, because it just makes it a lot more, and it makes it more global. It brings us together. We learn about each other in different places, what we're up to, what we're doing, how similar it all is, how frustrating it all is. But you know, but we can share that frustration, and then we can hear amazing sounds like.
Well, everybody, this is such
shine.
a great lineup, man. It's so nice to. And you know, conversely, it's introducing me to people who I wouldn't necessarily discover because I'm not meeting them in person. You know, I meet all kinds of people in New York at different jam sessions. So this is fun because now I'm meeting people who are normally based in London, and yeah, we're actually growing the community in this very cool way. At this, even though everything has come to a grinding halt, we're finding ways to expand. So
yeah, we all have to learn how to do computer things. That it's like, okay, it wasn't enough to have to learn phrasing, right?
Right. Exactly. Nope.
Now we got to learn how to do all of that to a camera or to an empty room.
Right.
You know,
yeah.
I mean, it's just weird. It's all sort of off kilter, but
it's very strange. It is.
We move on through it. It's so good to see you. Really,
likewise.
Really. I hope you'll come to London and come
I'm
to the
dying to. Yeah, it's been a long time. It's been 15 years since I was in London.
Really?
I'm due for a trip. It's
You're due for a trip. Yeah. Let's get through the pandemic first. I don't think right now, not a whole lot of fun.
Probably not the best time to visit.
No, it's not everything is open yet. And, you know, but like I said, they're starting to have live performances in the Crazy Coqs on the 1st of September.
Wow.
It's, you know, it's a small room, 80 seats. I'm happy to hear that. I'm sad open mic isn't the right candidate for doing it, but I understand the reason. Sharing microphones and constant commotion in the room, people coming up. You need a more placid show to be able to go do this. So, you know, there you go once again. But anyway, lovely.
It'll happen. It'll be back.
Thank you for joining us. Thank you so much. Congratulations.
Thank you for inviting
on
me.
The Late Show. Well, I'm so glad we met so that I could do that. Lots of love, Gabrielle.
Thank you
Take
so
care of
much.
yourself. All right.
Likewise to you too.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank
Gabrielle
you.
Scrivelli, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. That's our cue to move on to the next singer, David Pesner.
When jeans are too tight for a man my age, no rings in my nipples, though they may be all the rage. Lord, don't let me get to the stage where I need to wear my harness with a bra. When you see me cruising in my little tank top, let me know my sex appeal has started to drop, and all attempts at hooking up are destined to flop, 'cause you shouldn't use Lycra to wrap old meat. Shoot me or call me a cab. If you see me out, don't let me start up a tab. Too old for the joys of hanging out with the boys, so just shoot me or call me a cab. Oh, just shoot me or call me a cab. Make me retire my wrinkles and flab. They won't give a damn what a great guy I am, so just shoot me or call me a cab. You gotta know when to throw the towel in. Don't overstay your welcome, mama says it's a sin. It's such a sorry sight to see him taking his licks when an old dog's looking for new tricks. Give me the brains to know I'm acting the fool when they have to prop me up on a stool. It ain't such a turn on if you're starting to drool when someone picks you up off the floor. So just shoot me or call me a cab. Knock me out like a rat in a lab. Let me drink my quota of cheap scotch and soda, and shoot me or call me a cab. Oh, 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 shoot me or call me a cab. Put me out to pasture, lay me out on a slab. If my lips are licking, keep my mitts off the chicken, and shoot me or boot me. Kick my rear, dispute me. Say it loud and make it clear that desperate doesn't suit me. Shoot me or call me a cab. Or call me a cab. Or call me a cab. Okay, you're a cab.
Love it, I love it. Oh, that's good. So good.
David Pesner, that was wonderful. Let me find you here. Okay, I've unmuted you, I hope. Are you there, David? Maybe you can unmute yourself. I can't. There you go. Hi. Say something and you'll pop onto my screen.
Excellent. Here I am.
There you are. Hi. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
So you want to tell everybody the genesis of that song, okay?
Well, yeah, I was wondering like if it would play without any kind of lead into it, but it came to me. I was in a bar in New York called The Lure, and it was a leather bar. It was 2.
Oops, you're muted.
Yourself,
David, you're muted. I'm sorry.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, sorry. Go on. You were in a leather bar. That's where we stopped.
Right, and I was talking with a friend. We saw this older guy like sitting at this bar, just looking so miserable, full leather, just sad and nursing a drink and just like sagging and just unhappy. And I turned to him and I said, Jason, if you see me at that age sitting at the bar looking like that miserable, shoot me or call me a cab. And a country song was born.
And a country song was born. Are you from the South? You don't sound like it.
No. I'm from Chicago and lived in New York for many years.
Right. Okay. So you have no country roots like me. I'm from Oklahoma.
I love country music. I just love it. So, and at
Well,
the
it always
time,
tells good stories.
They really are the last of the story songs, you know. And I'm a storyteller, and that's, you know, what all of my songs are.
I have to show you something. Oops. Let's see. How do I do this? I have to put it up against me.
Oh yeah.
Look, I saw this. I can't. Can you believe I have this program?
I can't believe you have it like in your hands.
I know. And this is a young you.
That's me.
I know. I saw this show, and I'm sure I saw Naked Boy singing, but I can't find the program, so that's a pity.
Yeah.
But anyway,
well,
so
it was in When Pigs Fly. I wrote songs for Naked Boy singing.
So but you weren't in it?
I was not in it. I was never in
it. Okay.
But being in When Pigs Fly, which was this very funny, gay, just shamelessly, you know, gay, funny show. Being in that show was why I started writing songs. Because I thought, it was really smart. And I thought, well, I kind of think like that, only dirtier. So I started writing these dirty songs. And then I finally was able to put them all out in a CD. I've used them in my 2 one-man shows, but I have a CD of them called Most Versatile. That's been out for a while. So that song is on that album.
Wonderful. And you've got this show, our mutual friend, Portia. I looked to see if she's here on Zoom, but she's not. They put their dog down today, which is very sad. So I think she's probably caught up with a little bit of sadness. But anyway, I first saw you in your show. She sent me, I can't remember, it wasn't a video, it must have been online, Musical Comedy Horror. So I saw that, and that's where I found out about you, even though I had seen you in this other show many years before. I didn't know who you were.
The whole show of Musical Comedy Horror? You saw the whole thing?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Because I've been doing it on stage in various places around America, and we shot it. And the film of it, only in Canada and US for now, but the film is coming out September 1st. So
congratulations.
Yeah, we decided not to do festivals because where are the festivals, you know? So we decided to go for distribution, and they got it through a company called Breaking Glass Pictures. So we've been doing all kinds of whirlwind stuff for that.
Oh, wonderful. So September 1st. And it'll be streaming, yeah?
DVD in America and Canada. And eventually, you know, hopefully for you guys too. I don't know quite how that works, but the show is really fun. It's a total part of my heart. It's kind of filthy and kind of funny, but very heartfelt and you know, very sweet as well.
No, I loved it. I really loved watching it, and thank you so much for that. And so you said you were an erotic model?
I am. I have been. I've been shooting.
Is that why you had no shirt on?
No, that just felt appropriate. But I'm very body, like anti-body shame, anti-ageism, pro-sexuality and nudity. And I've been posing for photographers since 1990. And I've had tons of photo shoots, and I've put them up on a blog, which is kind of like, it was called Shameless, Anti-Body Shame. And then I recently started shooting videos. And so I have an OnlyFans page, which just like freaks people out. But it's kind of fun. It's like, is it art? Is it porn? One man's art is another man's porn. You know, I try to do it very thoughtfully, and it's really been great. So I'm going full throttle because I don't know how it is there, but in America, nudity and sex we're just fucked up about it, and I'm sick of it. So, and there, you know, and when you grow up with that, you know, especially when you're gay and you're fucked up about your body and you're screwed up about sex, no.
Yeah.
I can't have it anymore. So that's why I started really going on this mission.
Well, we have a lot more nudity on TV over here. I mean, there's no problem with nudity. You see women's breasts and butts all the time. And you oftentimes see genitalia dangling in the wind.
Yeah, and it should be normalized. It should be like, and not all nudity is sexual either, you know? So it's screwed up, and it's become kind of a mission for me, and it's been great.
And you wrote a book about it, you said?
I did. I have a book. It's not. We're looking for a publisher right now, but it's called Shame on Me: The Memoir of a Musical Comedy Whore, and it's essentially my story, but told through the lens of body, shame, and sexuality. And it incorporates stuff from my shows, but also a whole lot of other stuff that, even though it sounds kind of gay and kind of, oh, you know, it's very relatable. You know, all of my stuff, if you keep an open mind, is very, very relatable, whether you're gay, straight, whatever.
Wonderful. Well, I'm really glad we got to meet. I'm really glad you came here to do the show. Thank you so much for doing this.
This is my London debut.
This is your London debut, exactly.
Yeah.
You didn't even need to leave your house to arrive in London.
Amazing. Well, I hope I get to meet you in person sometime.
I hope so too. David Pesner, everyone, thank you so much.
Thank you. Everybody.
And that will be our segue to our 14-year-old.
Oh.
Isabella.
Hi, my name is Isabella Alan. I will be singing Good Enough, and it's an original by me. You always have something to say about me. Whenever you criticize me, my confidence goes down. When you speak, I try to morph myself into that person you want me to be. Compare myself to others and I wonder what's wrong with me. I listen and pay attention and see all the imperfections, but I'm good enough, I'm good enough being me. And you can talk about all of the things that I do wrong, but I am standing on my feet. Go ahead, speak your mind, I'll leave it all behind. Go ahead, see if I care. I don't need your opinions when all they do is tear me apart and hurt my heart. I'm worthy and I don't need to hear that from you. I'm good enough and I know that that is true. Everyone see that you're great, but I know you're a fake. You hurt someone, then go on with your day. I try to morph myself into that person you want me to be. Compare myself to others and I wonder what's wrong with me. I always listen and pay attention and see all the imperfections, but I'm good enough, I'm good enough being me. And you can talk about all of the things that I do wrong, but I am standing on my feet. Go ahead, speak your mind, I'll leave it all behind. Go ahead, see if I care. I don't need your opinions when all they do is tear me apart and hurt my heart. I'm worthy and I don't need to hear that from you. I'm good enough and I know that that is true. Goodbye, I don't need to hear your voices in my head with your lies. Goodbye, I don't need someone to tear me down inside. I'm good enough, I'm good enough being me. And you can talk about all the things that I do wrong, but I'm still standing on my feet.
Yay, amazing.
Isabella, that was just wonderful.
Amazing.
Nice job, Isabella.
All right, we're going to find you here and we're going to talk. Whoops, where did you go? There you go. No, you're not there, Isabella. Huh.
Isabella's here.
Oh, there you are. Okay.
Oh, it's working now. Go ahead.
You there, Isabella?
Now, sorry, it was my
There
phone
you
just
go.
easily-
Hi. Wow. You are so talented. 14 years old. I can't believe you wrote that
Yeah.
song. And you sing so beautifully. Just amazing. Your mom's been telling me about you, but I didn't believe any of it. No, I'm so impressed. So impressed. So I imagine somebody hurt you to write that song. Is that
Yeah.
where it came from? I mean, I'm guessing.
Well, I had someone in my life that constantly brought me down, and I did everything I could to just please her. And like, whenever somebody like constantly brings you down, of course your confidence is just, down the drain. And I finally like realized, I am good enough being myself. I don't need to please you or make you proud, because what I'm doing is just enough. So that's what it's about.
That's really amazing. At the age of 14, you came to that conclusion, because even at the age of 64, I don't think I could. Oh, that's really, really wonderful. So what's happening with you in Houston?
Well, I've been in quarantine for a long time, but not much. What I'm trying to do right now, at least, I'm trying to work on my craft more. So some things are coming into the mail, some like recording stuff, and I'm trying to get some of my songs on YouTube. And then, I'm trying to like professionally kind of record my stuff at home, I guess you would say, where I can add different types of music into it, like beats and fun stuff like that. So that's what I've been up to.
Well, I can't wait to hear more. Will you please send me copies of it as you do it?
Yes,
please?
I will.
Please. I would love to see it. I'm a huge fan now. And I'm
Thank
glad.
you.
And so school is clearly over. Are you going back to school in the autumn? Do you know yet? Does anybody know what's happening?
I honestly don't know. I mean, I heard something about my school, like online is starting August 24th, and then I hear that it's also starting September 8th, so I don't really think anything's finalized yet.
But it's online. You're not going back into the classroom just yet.
My school, September 8th, they're allowing people to go back to like classes with masks and like what's it called? Like the plastic thing on top of your face, like a shield. I don't really know how to work out. Yeah.
Well, another barrier between you and learning.
Yeah.
Plastic. Yeah, well, that should be. Did you do classes online from March? You must have had.
Yeah, we did a lot of Zoom classes. We had this like program kind of, it's called It's Learning, and teachers just upload videos there and questions for you, and you kind of just do it there. But yeah, there are some Zooms, and you just go on whenever you have a question. So I think they're going to continue that.
Wonderful. Well, listen, I can't tell you how happy I am that you joined us today. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I'd love to have you back in the autumn with a new song.
Yes, please.
Maybe you have to be a little happier.
Yeah, I'm working on that.
We'd like to be sure that you have a balance to, that you can see the negative, but also there's a bit of joy.
Yeah.
I can see that you're smiling, and we've met. I know you're fun.
Yeah. No, I have some happy songs. Still working on that though.
Yeah, well, the thing is, when you're younger, much of what we express is angst.
It's easier, I feel like, for me to write something like more sad and depressing than write happy songs. I don't know why.
Well, because it expresses what you're feeling, and there's every reason to do that,
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, I'm just so impressed with you. So very impressed. 14 years old, just amazing. Your poise, your ability, your songwriting, your lyrics, really wonderful. Thank you so much. Isabella Alon. Thank you. And that's our cue to move on to Jeudi.
Sure. Yeah, she was good.
And now the purple dusk of twilight time steals across the meadows of my heart. High up in the sky, the little stars climb, always reminding me that we're apart. You wander down the lane and far away, leaving me a song that will not die. Love is now the stardust of yesterday, the music of the years gone by. Sometimes I wonder why I spend the lonely night dreaming of a song. The melody haunts my reverie, and I am once again with you. When our love was new, and each kiss an inspiration. But that was long ago. Now my consolation is in the stardust of a song. Beside a garden wall, when stars are bright, you are in my arms. A nightingale tells his fairy tale of paradise where roses grew. Though I dream in vain, in my heart it will remain, my stardust melody, the memory of love's
Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful.
Jody, that was gorgeous. Thank you, my love. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Let me see here. I'm gonna, there we go. Are you there? Unmute yourself, that'll be easier. And then chat, and then you'll.
Hi.
Hi. There you are. Hi. Who just ran out of the room
Hi.
behind you? Somebody.
Well, that was Paul taking Winston, our corgi, out because he was starting to bark.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's so gorgeous, and thank you so much. That was the world premiere of that video, yeah?
It was live from London.
Live from London, and you've got, there's Paul. Hi, Paul.
Hi.
And you've got your CD coming out, right? Stardust.
Well, see, Stardust is already out. What happened is I recorded over the past, since my previous CD, Winter Was Warm, I have been recording for like the past 5 years, 2 major projects. And then what I decided to do is to parse one out into monthly singles. And that's part of a project called Love Outshines the Moon. And it's a song cycle with, I've written a story that actually goes with it. So at the end of the song cycle, then you'll be able to get a book with the story and then the songs, sorry, attached. Need a drink of water, hold on a second.
Good idea, I'm gonna have one too.
It's 103 degrees out here right now. Anyhow, so that was Stardust was the first song in that series, and then the next one is coming out on August 3rd, and that's Get Under the Moon, and you can go on to Spotify and do a pre-save for that right now, which would be great.
Wonderful. So you've been promoting your Winter is Warm, which is such a great CD. It's full of all these vintage Christmas songs, just really wonderful.
Thank you.
So tell us a bit about that too.
Well, I decided to, because it's Christmas in July, why not? So I had a special that I put together where you could go to my website and you can buy the digital download, and then I'll send you the physical CD also, which is this. And it's got beautiful artwork, and I'm really proud of that. It's my specialty is kind of finding rare and obscure songs, which you can tell because of Stardust, right? Pretty rare and obscure.
Never heard it.
Anyhow, yeah, I decided to start with Stardust because it's something that's more familiar with people. But anyhow, The Winter Was Warm. It's swinging and sentimental songs of the season, and it's 7 songs about winter and 7 songs about Christmas, and they're all there are a couple of chestnuts in there, but it's primarily unusual songs that well, Mark Winkler called it the best Christmas songs you've never heard.
It is. It's full of wonderful Christmas songs. In fact, when we did the Christmas show last year, I started looking through it to see if there was any Christmas song on there that I thought I would want to do. You know, it would have been too much trouble to learn it, to be honest. So I went with something I already knew. But it's really wonderful. I love that CD, and I love Stardust, and you look so beautiful. And I have to ask, that hat you were wearing in Stardust, that looks like something I saw you buy at Portobello Road, yeah?
It was from Portobello Road, Sarah Tiana. Yes. So, Sarah Tiara, I'm sorry. Yeah, so when you and I were strolling there, I got hooked on her and on her store. And, you know, I'm the hat lady. I always have some hat or fascinator on. And so last year, when we were there, you and I couldn't meet up, but I still went shopping there, and I got that piece.
That's not a surprise.
Yes.
No, I loved our afternoon there with you trying all those hats on. It was wonderful.
That was fun. That was fun. I can't wait
seeing
till
the boys. It was a lovely afternoon. Yeah.
Strolling again.
And you sent those pictures. I can't believe how long ago that was at the Imperial War Museum.
That was crazy. Yeah. Yeah.
Your kids were like children then. I mean, they're now men.
They are. They are. Yeah. Grown men now. Yeah.
So what else is happening with the two of you?
Well, Paul made that music video. I found the footage, and then he edited it all together.
We shot it all here in the house.
Yeah, we shot it here in the house, going back to our film school background. And so we did that. And like I say, we're releasing a song a month. And just have to give a shout out to my producers for all of the music. It's incredible brother team, John Boswell, who is a music director and incredible arranger, and his brother, David Boswell, who is a jazz guitarist who has an incredible CD out right now too. And he does all the mixing and mastering for me and record it in his studio. So very, very grateful to have them. And yeah, so that's kind of it. Just, you know, there's so many different platforms to learn, and so much tech to learn right now. And so it's kind of, you know, we're all of us here on this call are all doing the same thing right now, just trying to
figure our way out virtually. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not so easy. But thank you for
Thank
premiering
you.
the video here. Really, I'm so happy that we got to see it first. It's just wonderful, and you look so beautiful.
Thank you.
I
You do
love
too,
the
Harold.
video. I miss you too, sweetheart.
I miss
look
you.
forward to seeing
Love you.
seeing you in person soon. Much love.
Yeah. Love you.
Thank you. Bye, Paul.
Thank you.
Bye, Winston.
Thank you.
Thank you. And now it's time for our next singer, Alexander Stewart.
Slow down, you crazy child. You're so ambitious for a juvenile. But then if you're so smart, tell me why are you still so afraid? Where's the fire? What's the hurry about? You better cool it up before you burn it out. You got so much to do and only so many hours in a day. But you know that when the truth is told, that you can get what you want or you can just get old. You're gonna kick out before you even get halfway through. When will you realize Vienna waits for you? Slow down, you're doing fine. You can't be everything you wanna be before your time. Although it's so romantic on the borderline tonight. Too bad, but that's the life that you lead. You're so ahead of yourself that you forgot what you need. Though you can see when you're wrong, you know you can't always see when you're right. You're right. You got your passion, you've got your pride. But don't you know that only fools are satisfied? Dream on, but don't imagine they'll all come true. When will you realize Vienna waits for you? Child, take your phone off the hook and disappear for a while. It's alright, you can't afford to lose a day or two. When will you realize Vienna waits for you? Oh, you know that when the truth is told, that you can get what you want or you can just get old. You're gonna kick up before you even get halfway through. Why don't you realize Vienna waits for you? When will you realize Vienna waits for you?
That was so good.
That's cool.
So good. Oh, I love that. Amazing vocal.
Alex Stewart, Alexander Stewart. That was just amazing, Alex.
Yes.
Let me find you here. Hold on. All right. How come I can't? There we go. You there?
Yeah.
Hi. Say something so we can see you.
Hi guys, you're right.
There you are. Oh my God, you're not in black and white.
No.
Well, sort of are in your own way, but you still have that glass of wine over there. Last time it was Aperol.
Shall I hide it?
No, and I'm not actually. I don't care. Anyway, it's so good to see you. Really good to see you. That was just beautiful. Really, really beautiful. I didn't know that song.
Yes, it's from a Billy Joel record called.
I know it's Billy Joel, but I had no idea. But it really looks good. So, so you decided not to just film yourself looking into the camera, to do something artsy. I loved that. It was very, very creative. Very creative. And what's happening with all the desks you've been making?
This is one of them.
I know. It's beautiful. It's nice wood. So
line of making desks and furniture amidst this craziness. But yeah, something nice to have as a little sideline, I suppose.
yeah, but you seem to be busy. I seem to remember you were looking for a garage space to build them in, which means where did I see that post? Must be on Facebook.
Yeah, I've got one now. I've got a small place to do it out of, so I can do that as a sideline and still sing as well when everything gets back to normal.
Do you have any gigs coming up?
Just things online, really, at the minute. So I've been writing a lot. I've been obviously doing online gigs like this, and it's wonderful. Thank you for having me back. It's like I think it's like the rest of the performers have said, like singing stuff that you wouldn't sing before and recording it, I suppose, documenting it. But I was a little bit sick of the sight of my own face, so that's why I kind of messed around with this video a bit.
Yeah, well, we're all sick of the sight of our own faces, not yours. We like your face, but I can understand how you. Oh, go on. So what's happening? Live music you're in Manchester, right? So are they starting live music indoors there? Because you work at one of the Pizza Expresses a lot, yes?
Yeah, I've worked there quite a lot. Doing some live shows there and live gigs, but primarily the ones in London. Everything up here, really, at the minute, is still closed. And it's not closed; they're open for diners and customers, but not for live performance yet. Which is
no. Well, I wonder why London is opening. Seems.
I think it's the size of the venues as well. I guess I think the social distance measures on stage, performers and things. Some of the venues.
Well, Crazy Cox is going to be a maximum of 44 people with distancing. And they can't sell single tickets, so you have to buy a whole table.
Oh.
So it becomes a very different, no single ticket buyers. You have to go with someone in your household or your bubble or buy 2 tickets.
Even like some of the outdoor things here have been cancelled. So I know some friends who were in some of the outdoor productions, things like Six, in the musical kind of industry as well. And they've really suffered just having that, even outdoor events pulled. So it's crazy, but what do you do?
Well, you do what we're doing here. You drink your Aperol, you make a desk. Yeah, you make a video, you decide to get rid of your face, do something sort of sketched with it. That's what you do. What else are you going to do? Well, it's really lovely to see you. I love your voice. I've been a big fan of yours since I first saw you sing at Pizza on the Park all those many, many years ago.
When you were 21 and I was 20.
If I was 21, you weren't born. But anyway, really good to see you. Thanks for joining in again. Say hi to your lovely mom. Is she online?
Yeah, she's watching.
Okay, well, hello. What's her name again?
Janet.
Janet. Hello, Janet. Hi. Hi, nice to see you. Anyway, Alex, really lovely to see you. Thanks for joining us.
Carol, take care.
All right, thank you. So we're going to move on to our next singer, who is Elizabeth Desiree.
I go out walking after midnight, out in the moonlight, just hoping you may be somewhere out walking after midnight, searching for me. I walk for miles along the highway, but that's just my way of saying I love you. I'm always walking after midnight, searching for you. I stopped to see a weeping willow crying on his pillow. Maybe he's crying for me. And as the skies get gloomy, the night winds whisper to me, I'm lonesome as I can be. I go out walking out in the starlight after midnight, just hoping you may be somewhere out walking After midnight, searching for me. I stopped to see a weeping willow crying on his pillow. Maybe he's crying for me. And as the skies get gloomy, the night winds whisper to me, I'm lonesome as I can be. I go out walking after midnight, out in the moonlight, just hoping you may be somewhere out walking after midnight, searching for me.
Woo! Yes.
Georgia.
Love.
Elizabeth, that was
So fun.
fabulous. Just fabulous.
Can you hear me?
I
Yes.
can't.
Oh,
Hold
yes.
on 1 second. I'm going to mute everybody else, and then I'm going to unmute you so we can have a chat, just the two of us. Are you trying? Maybe you can unmute yourself. I don't seem to be able to do it.
Can you hear me?
There we go. Yeah.
Hello,
Okay.
Harold.
Hi. There you are. Hi.
It's
Oh,
me.
how are you? You looks like you got some sun today.
I did, yeah. The sun. Well, I'm working in Westfield now for Harrods, but outside the sun is just so full on.
Yeah. So I was going to ask you about work because you made a comment about the masks and stuff. Do you have to wear masks at work all day?
I mean, it's horrible to be honest, and I'm so glad to have it off me now. It's like 9 hours a day in this mask. But I've ordered a visor. I'm going to get this amazing astronaut looking kind of, because the thing is, nobody knows if you're smiling or not smiling, and you can't breathe. And I actually feel it's making me cough because I'm breathing in my own crazy times, Harold.
Yeah, it is. It is. It is. So you're working at Westfield now.
Well, I work for Harrods, but they've opened an outlet in Westfield because to make a lot of people redundant, and it all got so bad that they've opened this. It's like a dollhouse version of Harrods, and they're smashing it. They did £1 million in the first week, so they're not having a problem now.
Yeah, I guess not. So is that in Shepherd's Bush, Westfield, or?
I mean, it's a happy environment, and I'm just so glad not to be at home every day, all day, just going crazy.
Yeah.
I
How
need
long
to
have you been back at work now?
a month. I went back. It'll be a month on Monday.
Right. So what else is happening in your world?
Well, I was working on a project which was so exciting, and I hope one day it will be something I can show you, but I don't know if it will happen now. It's a very magical, funny. It's got 8 songs, escapism, and it's child friendly. I think it's family friendly. So yeah, I hope it's just like the antidote to this horrible time. It's escape into magic. But I don't ever. But we'll see.
We need that. And I love, where's your garden? Where do you live? You take such beautiful pictures in your garden.
So much. Yes, I live in Hammersmith, and at the back I'm very lucky to have it's actually very small, but it has this beautiful wild hedge at the back, and so I do all my posing there. I just win my fantasies and I make pictures. I really enjoy doing it, so
Well, you can walk to work then from Hammersmith to Shepherd's Bush.
Fantastic. Instead of struggling all the way to Knightsbridge, this is 2 stops, or I can walk there. So and also I really like the new civilized working hours. I used to finish work at 9 and get home around 10. Now I finish at 7 or on an early shift 6:30, and I don't have to be at work until 10. It's fabulous.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Very civilized these days.
That's really great. It's always lovely to see you. You're always so fun and smiley and happy.
Thank you. And Harold, I just want to say, I just think what you've done with this Zoom over this period has been so important for all of us. Like, we've been like depression and all the rest of it for creative people, but because you're giving this, it's just amazing. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. I need to hear that occasionally because, like everybody, we go through these cycles, you know.
You are a wonderful person, and I say that to everyone. You are a wonderful person. Thank you. All right.
Thank you so much. Mwah! Thank you for joining us. Elizabeth Desiree, thank you. Have fun at Harrods.
Thank you. Yes, I will. Bye.
Okay. We're going to move on to our next singer, who is Monica Salvi.
Harold.
Oh, hi, gorgeous.
Harold. I was lazing around in my bedroom when an idea occurred to me. I thought you might be wondering about Harold. Who's not wearing any clothes? I'm not, my darling. Who's afraid to kiss your toes? I'm not your mama, dear. Is blowing into your ear, so you'll get it loud and clear. I need you to squeeze me here and here and blocking, kiss your fevered little brow, pinch your cheeks till you say ow, and I can hardly wait to show you how. Harold, who won't care if you come to me, tie you down without your mask. I won't bump it up. Who knows a better beat to beat what you can get from me? I won't. Shut up! This will have to be enough for now. Ti amo, Harold.
Oh my God, that was amazing.
Monica
So
Salvi.
good.
Ti amo too.
Oh, darling,
Monica. Okay, let me get everybody muted and get back to you here. There we go. Okay.
I apologize for the Blair Witch Project style of the shot, but you know, it was a bit difficult with only my iPhone in my hand.
You dedicated a whole song to me. Thank you. Oh, that's so sweet. And I haven't seen a naked woman in years.
I
I like to be the first for everybody.
So, tell us what's going on with you, international cabaret star. I mean, get you, how many continents have you performed on with your Mad Woman show?
Continents. Well, continents too. In Edinburgh, Brighton, London, Prague, and New York.
That's pretty impressive, I'd say.
They were
Congratulations. And you won an award in New York, yeah? What did you win?
Yeah. Best cabaret award in 2017 at the festival I was doing in New York. Yeah.
That's really amazing.
That's
And
a
you were the
cool
winner
thing.
of You're the winner of 3 coveted Herald Awards too.
I'm a multi-winning performer.
You just win awards right, left, and center. Drop of a hat, she wins an award. So tell us, you've got a new show you were working on. What's happening with that now?
I mean, it's been 4 years in the writing, and finally I started rehearsing my new one-woman cabaret show with my director, and I was about to start the first rehearsal with a musical director, and the day of the first rehearsal, we went into lockdown. So I was supposed to perform it in October at the other palace, but now it's moved on to next year for sure.
So the other palace isn't opening in the autumn.
Well, even if they were, I don't have a show ready now, and I don't want to tempt fate with
Right.
I mean, it's difficult enough to get an audience to come
Yeah,
without
exactly.
in time of no virus. So
Yeah, exactly. That's going to be exactly. So you're also the woman of Tea and Tarot with Dr. C there. I mean, I just love that event.
Life is so unpredictable because, so as soon as we went into lockdown, everybody had nothing to do. Of course, you spend all your day on Facebook. And wonderful Fiona Coffey here, she started these Tea and Tarot sessions online. And she started it, just to try something unusual. And they joined the first. And then they've had such success because I've been reading tarot in the closet ever since I was a teenager. She got me out of the closet. And so now they've had such amazing success that we've been doing 3-4 times a week, all through the past 3 months. And people are spreading the words, are coming. And it's a lovely community vibe that we are doing this nice tarot style counseling. And it's actually quite psychological and scientific. It's not that we are the gypsy in a tent kind of vibe.
To me, it was amazing. I've been.
Yeah, you came a few
How many
times.
times I've been, but it is quite amazing how you have 4 people reading someone's tarot, and they all come up with the same cards. It is crazy, spooky to think that there's something more, that's just coincidence, You have to put some credit in this. I don't know what it is or where it comes from, but it is quite amazing to me how each person who reads the cards tells basically the same story.
I do too. In fact, funny enough, my show that I was supposed to do this year was all about the paranormal theme, and it was quite autobiographical. So I do explain a bit of that stuff, how it works, and how there have been studies going on, even, in actually Russian and American government about that. That's quite interesting. But unfortunately, you will know when I do my show, probably next year. So come and see my show.
Oh, I will come and see your show. I'm a huge fan. I will definitely be there, probably more than once.
Yeah, right.
Sounds good. Yeah. Well, we've got to get it on stage. So that's the next step. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm really always happy to see you. You're somebody who's always full of energy and smiley and happy. And
yeah, I like to be happy.
Yeah. Well, it's better than not.
And when I'm sad, I like to be happy.
Yeah. Happy to be sad. There's a song about that. I can't remember what. Glad to be unhappy. I think it's glad to be unhappy.
I don't know.
Yeah, you'll have to look it up because you're happy to be unhappy, not glad to be unhappy. Yeah, that's the same thing. Anyway, there we go. No, we're not going to say that, but it's lovely seeing you. Thank you for joining us, sweetie. And
no problem. Thanks for asking me. It was a pleasure.
Well, I thank you for doing the video because I
And-
kind of had to cajole you to do that. Yeah.
Yeah, and you know what? That song has been in my repertoire for a while, but every time I perform it on stage, I have a problem when she says, "Who's not wearing any clothes?" And she's actually obviously on stage, she's always wearing something. And I always thought, my God, this song should be performed naked. And finally, I got the chance to do it.
Yeah, well, next time you just have to pull the camera down just a little bit more.
Well, they still, kids are still awake. So maybe if you do
Yes,
it.
and we do have a 14-year-old on. And she's never seen a woman's breast before. Anyway, lovely to see you. Monica Salve, mwah, big kiss. Thank you so much. And now we're going to head back to New York City for Stephen Miller.
It had to be you. It had to be you. I wandered around and finally found the somebody who could make me be true, could make me be blue, or even be glad just to be sad thinking of you. Some others I've seen might never be me, might never be cross or try to be boss, but they wouldn't do for nobody else. Give me a thrill with all your faults, I love you still. It had to be you, wonderful you. It had to be you. I've seen might never be me, might never be cross, try to be boss, they wouldn't do for nobody else. Gave me a thrill with all your faults, I love you still. Baby, it had to be you, wonderful you. It had to be you.
Woo! Woo-hoo! Yeah, I love it. Twirl, twirl,
You twirl, girl.
Yes.
Work it. Oh, Stephen, that was wonderful. I'm going to find you here. Just hold on. There you go. Are you there?
Oh, I'm here. How are you?
Oh, wow. Look at your curtains.
Well, I wanted to be in a theater. It's been so long.
Yeah,
For all of us.
Yeah, it has been. So how are you? What's going on with you? I mean, you have this wonderful chat show, the Mama Rose Show.
I
which
do.
is going great guns.
I want to have everybody on that's on this show because I want to know everybody's story. This is, I mean, I'm loving the talent here.
Oh, thank you so much. Well, you're part of it. Thank you. I love the way you twirl that umbrella. I would never be able to do that.
Oh, I
Where'd you
wanted
get
to
the
throw,
twirl?
I wanted to throw some, twirls in there because we all need some frivolity and fun and fabulousness. So
Yeah. So what's going on in New York other than the Mama Rose Show? What's happening with you?
Oh, the Mama Rose Show is keeping me very busy, but I'm also working on 2 cabaret acts, which, I hope to have on the stage at some point in the near future. If not, I'm going to do it virtually, and I've written both of them, and it's going to be loads of songs, that we all know and love, and possibly some new songs. I don't know yet. But, just trying to keep busy during these unsettling times. And it's all about staying positive.
Well, you do keep very busy. How often is the Mama Rose show? Weekly, yes?
It is weekly, every Wednesday at 2 p.m. New York time. We will be on hiatus through the middle of August because we will be moving and into a new studio. So very excited about that.
Where do you film them?
Right in my living room, but I'm in our new home. There will be an actual studio, and I'm very excited for that because then maybe I can have my red curtains that you see here.
The real thing, not the virtual.
The real thing.
Yeah. Oh, that's wonderful. And so tell me a bit about your previous cabaret show. I saw bits and pieces of it, but I don't know anything about it. You did it. What's the venue you did it in? The Secret, what was it called? Secret?
It was at the Hidden Cabaret in the Secret Room, which is in Midtown Manhattan near Times Square. And it was so much fun, and, got to perform with a bunch of fabulous, talented people, and our wonderful host, Craig Horsley, who is a laugh riot. And, it was just so much fun to be back on stage and, in a fabulous room. I highly recommend it once we're back open, but it's fabulous. And it was just so much fun.
Because you were producing theater, and were you directing any of the shows you were producing, or?
I did direct a couple of the shows. The most well-known one was The Cover of Life by R.T. Robinson, and also The Belle of Amherst, starring Jane Cully in the title role of Emily Dickinson. It was a one-woman, 2 hours and 15-minute show, which was definitely one of the greatest achievements in my career because it, gave me an opportunity to work one-on-one with an actor versus, a whole cast. But to have the ability to see her go on stage as Emily Dickinson, 2 acts, and keep the audience's attention was just mind-blowing. So.
Wonderful. Well, I look forward to the day we can see each other again in person. It's been a
know.
while. I think the last time I saw you in New York, it has to be like 4 years ago. It was 4 years ago.
At least. I think it was the Metropolitan Room, actually. You were with Anita Gillette.
Yeah, that's 4 years ago. I only know because it was my 60th birthday then, and I'll be 64 in a few weeks.
Don't believe that you're over 60.
Anyway, really good to see you. Thank you, Stephen, for joining us. Thank you so much, and love the whole visual here. Thank you so much.
Thank you, love.
Love. And everybody, watch the Mama Rose show on Facebook, right? Live streams?
Facebook, YouTube.
Wonderful.
All over.
Stephen Miller, thank you so much.
Thank you.
And now we're staying in New York. We're going to go up to Westchester County with Nina Pelton.
Time to care.
was just beautiful. Oh my
Thank
God, I still
you.
have goosebumps. Let me mute
Thank
everybody and
you.
I'll come back to you here, sweetheart. There we go. Whoops. Are you there? There.
Can you
Speak.
hear me?
Yes.
Hello.
Hi. Oh my
Hi,
gosh. Look.
darling.
I missed you so much. Oh my God, I missed you.
I'm
That
hugging
was
all my loves, all my
so
love.
beautiful. Everybody had goosebumps. I
Thank
just love your
you.
voice. I just love your voice. And you sang that for a mayoral candidate, yeah?
I did, yes. So
So
my
tell us
fellow New
what that's about.
Yorkers,
Yeah, tell.
yeah, being that New York's in the house, which I love, there is a woman by the name of Diana Morales who is running for New York City mayor. And I was fortunate enough to be part of her first real introduction to everybody on Juneteenth. And Diana Morales is a Puerto Rican African American woman. I don't really know the exact way she said it, but she is a powerhouse, and she is all about the change that New York really needs right now from every side of ethnicity, from the law for women. I mean, so much. And I was given this opportunity, and already I had already believed in Diana and her vision. And then I got to be on the same bill as Audra McDonald, and I was like, yes, I'll do it. You know. So this video really was just a soundtrack to showing New York during her first kind of live. I'm sorry, Lyric just put her paw in the video. So anyway, she gave me this opportunity. It was awesome. It was more of a soundtrack vocal, but it's really just showing New York and some of the time that we're dealing with in the pandemic and the Black Lives Matter movement. And what can I say? I'm for her. I'm for change, and it was my pleasure to bring that along. So.
Well, I can't thank you enough for bringing it to us. I mean, you know how much I love your voice, but that just was spellbinding. So beautiful. You sing so well. So what's happening with you work-wise? You seem to be constantly so busy.
Well, truth be told, this phone is standing on two of my work notebooks. My laptop is open because I'm working while I'm watching, and I've got my team responding to me via IM while I'm watching, while I'm talking, while I'm enjoying everybody. I've got my business phone to the left of me, and nothing stops. I work from home. I've worked from home for 8 years. So with the pandemic, it did not stop my workflow, and I am so thankful for that. But I work, well, singing, of course, is my real job, right? What I do 9 to 5 is just a hobby, but it's been taking about 7 days a week and 12 hours a day out of me. But lovely to be able to just kind of break away and see you and listen to all the marvelous singers, see my old friends, not old by age, old by love in my heart. And I miss you all so, so, so much.
We miss you too, and can't wait for you to come back to London. I loved the last lunch we had.
Yes,
with Neo and Linda Bate
and Linda.
Stephen. Yeah, it was so beautiful. But
well,
we'll do it
as
again.
soon as, yeah, for sure. Or all of you come to New York, and then us New Yorkers can get with all of you, and it'll just be a party here.
That sounds like a good idea to me. Thank
Well,
you.
as soon as I can get there, I will be there.
Oh, I know. I know that. That I know. Anyway, thank you for joining us. Thank you so much. I just loved seeing you. Nina Pelton, everyone.
I love you.
Thank you. Mwah. Love you too. Okay, so I just want to thank Michael Ralston for having the best finger in town for loading videos for us. Thank you, Michael. And to Neo Hart, who is curating, he curated pre-show music, and he's got some disco tunes for us after the show. So our next singer is the last singer. So after she finishes, we will put on disco music, and we expect you all to get up and shake your respective booties. And we want to watch. Okay, I think that's it. I just want to thank everybody for participating since April. It's been a wonderful journey. I never expected to be doing an online open mic, to be honest, but it's been a wonderful journey. And I look forward to the autumn after I've had a little bit of time to have a break from it and to regroup and figure out how we go forward. So that will be wonderful. And now I'm going to bring to speak, because she's the last singer. We're going to talk before her song. It's Michelle Colery. So are you there, Michelle? You need to unmute yourself. I can't.
Oh, I'm here.
There you are. Hi, sweetheart. So what's going on with you? You're busy too. All these people with real jobs that go to work and everything.
I'm epically busy. I just want to, before I forget, I want to give a shout out to Bobby Horowitz, because she was like the second person I met in New York. Skipper picked me up from the airport with Danny, and I'd only ever met him at the Plush Room in San Francisco. And he took me directly to like a party somewhere on like 17th Street between 7th and 5th. Somewhere. I think it was a birthday party. Anyway, you were like literally the second person I met in New York. So hello and mwah, much love. I'm absolutely totally digging the open mic with the New York people, because it's like I know everybody. It's like it's so awesome. I get to hang out with like friends in London and friends in New York, and it's just awesome.
Well, we are a global community, so that's good that we can be together here.
Yeah. So my day gig is doing marketing communications for Barclaycard, and everything's gone through the roof because they've had so much to communicate with COVID. I haven't seen any of like the downtime of the pandemic. Actually, everything has been amplified, and since I live on a boat, I can't actually work from home because I don't have enough electricity. So I was working from my boyfriend's. I was working at the office till they kicked my ass out when they started bringing people back. Oh, you're not important enough. Get out. And then I was working at Dave's, but there's not enough room. And CRT, the Canal and River Trust, was going to make me move my boat every 2 weeks. And I really didn't want to get on public transport. So I took a solid 2-day cruise, like a 12-hour day and an 8-hour day to Royden Marina, which is outside of New York. And now I'm plugged into electrics.
Woohoo!
Woo! But it's kind of like living in a caravan park, because like there's like boats like right next to me. I mean, in London, I don't even like people like double mooring and shit like that. The plus sides are I have a refrigerator, which was formerly a 240 fridge that I put ice in for an ice box, and I can run a hairdryer. Woo!
Oh my God, it's like joining the 21st century.
And now I've got a big screen, so I got to watch the whole thing on a big screen tonight. I have no fear of running out of power on my laptop. So, you know, there are pluses and minuses, you know. Yeah, so the video I did, I actually had planned to do it like with a bunch of boat women taking part, and then maybe some people taking part in a Zoom, but I left London before I could do that. And then I set up a Zoom call, and I was so tired after 2 days of boating, I slept through my own Zoom.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Well, let's have a shout out to your backup singers, or the people, to Tracy Coleman and to Wilma Ballsdrop.
Yes.
And to Diane Hornhill and to Dave, your lovely Dave. Bartlett, that's his surname, Bartlett, I got it.
Yes.
So that's wonderful. And you, of course, this is a segue, you're now docked and you're stuck in the middle, right?
I'm in the middle of two boats. Right, one's right next to me, the other one's by a pontoon. And honestly, I got challenged by a Karen who said, you know, when I was trying to videotape in the marina, she's like, "Excuse me, do you own a boat in the marina?" And I'm like, yeah, I own a boat in the marina. She goes, "Well, I had to ask." And I was thinking, did you? But
Did you really? Yeah, well, there you go. We've seen the videos. You should have videoed it. And
yeah, she was in one of the cuts, but she didn't make the final cut. Anyway, I hope you enjoy.
Let's hear her song, Michelle Colery.
Well, I don't know why I came here tonight. I got the feeling that something ain't right. I'm so scared in case I fall off my chair, and I'm wondering how I'll get down the stairs. Climb to the left of me, jokers to the right. Here I am, stuck in the middle with you. Yes, I'm stuck in the middle with you. And I'm wondering what it is I should do. It's so hard to keep the smile from my face. Losing control, I'm all over the place. Clowns to the left of me, jokers to the right. Here I am, stuck in the middle with you. Well, you started off with nothing, and you're proud that you're a self-made man. And your friends, they all come calling, slap you on the back and say, please, please. I'm trying to make some sense of it all, but I can see it makes no sense at all. Is it cool to go to sleep on the floor? 'Cause I don't think that I can take anymore. Clowns to the left of me, jokers to the right. Here I am, stuck in the middle with you. Well, you started off with nothing, and you're proud that you're a self-made man. And your friends, they all come calling, slap you on the back and say, please, please. Well, I don't know why I came here tonight. I get the feeling that something ain't right. I'm so scared in case I fall off my chair, and I'm wondering how I'll get down the stairs. Clowns to the left of me, jokers to the right. Here I am, stuck in the middle with you. Stuck in the middle with you. Yes, I am stuck in the middle with you. Here I am, stuck in the middle with you. Stuck in the middle.
Michelle, that was amazing.
Thanks guys for watching.
Amazing.
You're muted, Harold. We unmuted all of us and you unmuted yourself.
Harold, we can't hear you.
Harold, you're muted. You're muted. Harold.
Harold.
2020, it's you're on mute.
Oh, there we go. Okay. I didn't know I muted. Oh, that's because I got up to pee. I didn't want you all to hear that, so I muted myself. I guess when I unmute everybody, it's everybody but me. I didn't know that, but you learned something new. Thank you all so much for participating. Thank you, and let's have some wonderful music by Neo Hart and Shake Our Booty.
Thank you.
I gotta go back to work, everybody. I love you.